Good afternoon, everyone. I'm a native English speaker and a friend of Yelena's. I'm helping her finish her book, and today I'm reading some sentences from that book. And I hope you find them useful. We're going to practice our English pronunciation together. Let's get started. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. This is so common. I'm really happy to see this in the book because people say that all the time in English. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. I don't know whether you like her or not. This is also really common and useful for Yelena's followers because sometimes we're talking about other people. Maybe I want to invite my new friend to a party, but I don't know whether you like her or not. I don't know if you get along well with her. So I want to ask you first, and I'll say, I don't know whether you like her or not. The candles are going out. The breeze from the window is blowing them out. The candles are going out. The breeze from the window is blowing them out. Blowing them out. He tried to hit me. He tried, but he didn't succeed. He tried to hit me. He tried, but he didn't succeed. For the future, just to know, your lawyer can advise you whether to take any action. So if someone says that to you, it's good to know. Your lawyer can advise you whether to take any action. Every action of yours is guided by a purpose of some kind, whether clear or unclear. Every action of yours is guided by a purpose of some kind, whether clear or unclear. So for example, maybe today you're listening to this video and the purpose of it is for you to practice your pronunciation. That purpose is clear. The action that you take to listen to this whole video, it's your choice, and the purpose of it is to practice your pronunciation, to become better at speaking English. And that's clear. They argued about whether aliens actually exist. Well, this happens everywhere. Everybody argues about this. They argued about whether aliens actually exist. This is a common argument among some people. Begin running when I blow the whistle. Now this is common, but I'm going to change it. When I blow the whistle, start running. That's better for the book. This is more commonly heard, especially at school for kids in their physical education class. We call it PE in English. And the coach will say, or the teacher, when I blow the whistle, start running. When you whistle, you make a loud when you whistle, you make a loud, high sound by blowing air through your lips. So like this. That's whistling. This computer has been causing me problems all week. Oh no. That's never fun, right? When you have computer problems, this computer has been causing me problems all week. This is really useful for Yelena's followers because some people might hear this at work, or you might have to say that to someone. This computer has been causing me problems all week. The zoo charges for children to go in. So you could also say, this is true, the zoo charges for children to go in. But you could also say, the zoo charges admission to children, to adults. Admission is to pay the price for something, to enter. So it's common to pay admission to go to the movies. You have to pay to get a ticket before you go in. It's common to pay admission to go to festivals. We wondered foolishly if it was considered acceptable to blink. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a tough situation. She wondered foolishly if it was considered acceptable to blink. So she must be in a place where the rules are very strict. I mean, I certainly hope this never happens, but someone might say that, what's the word, sarcastically. She wondered foolishly if she was considered if it was considered acceptable to blink. They charged him with theft. They charged him with theft. Oh, this is really great to see in the book, and for Yelena's followers, I think this is really useful. The message popped up at the bottom of the screen. So maybe you're working on your phone or on your computer and a little message pops up. Maybe it's a little message on YouTube that says, oh, Yelena posted another video. It pops up on the bottom of your screen. This is also really good to see in the book. I am not allowed to disclose sensitive information. So this is really common. You might be told this at a government building or even at the hospital. Maybe a friend is in the hospital and you've gone to see if they're okay, and the doctor says, I'm not allowed to disclose sensitive or this information because of privacy. They can't share this person's health issues with you. Also really common at government buildings. I'm not allowed to disclose sensitive information, is what employees may often say. In spring, the flowers disclose their colors. So we wouldn't say this in English. This isn't common. We would say, in the spring, flowers show their colors. Okay, in the spring, flowers show their colors. Oh no, she was charged with murder. So this is something you might see on TV, on the news, in movies. This is really useful to know. She was charged with murder. Do you charge for fixing flat tires? So do you ask for money for fixing flat tires? Do you charge an amount of money? I could say they charged me $500 to fix the engine or the flat tires. They charged me $500 to fix the engine. Whew, that's expensive. One of the main reasons I came to England was to study the language. So you might have recently come to England to study English, and I say, oh, it's so nice to meet you. What brought you to England? Why are you here? And you might say, well, one of the main reasons I came to England was to study the language, to study English. To the right, the lawn sloped up towards the summer house. To the right, the lawn sloped up towards the summer house. So the lawn is the big area of grass, or small, but lawns are generally a larger area of grass. And this lawn, this area of grass, it slopes upward like a hill. This here is also a hill, a slope. The land sloped downwards about 20 meters from the gate and disappeared into a shadow. And disappeared into a shadow. I'm going to delete this sentence. I don't think it's very common. Oops. What tasks do I have for today? This is a really good one. Very useful for Yelena's followers because you're always thinking about, well, many of us, I should say. I can't speak for everyone, but we're always thinking about what tasks we have to do today. What tasks do I have to do today? Today I need to listen to videos to perfect my English pronunciation. I also need to take notes today. That's really important. I also have to go to the grocery store. Those are the tasks for the day. Those are the things you have to do. Most of the time, I do routine tasks. I file documents, answer the phone, reply to emails. Now, because this is the last thing we would actually say and, I file documents, answer the phone, and reply to emails. So this is likely someone that's talking about what they do at work. You do anything in the world to become famous. And then, when you're famous, you're not happy. That happens a lot. It's quite common. You do anything in the world to become famous. And then when you're famous, you're not happy. The problem has arisen simply because you didn't follow my instructions. So arisen, this is from the verb to arise. So it has happened. The problem has arisen simply because you didn't follow my instructions. I found the instructions for I found the instructions for the software really confusing. I found the instructions for the software really confusing. That's common. This is really useful for Yelena's followers because we often find instructions confusing. Have you ever bought something from IKEA, that furniture store? And they give you an Allen key and a few pieces of plastic or something, and you say, I found the instructions for that really confusing. It's just a bunch of pictures. Oops. Confusing. I should spell that right. Or maybe your boss tells you something. She tells you to do something, and she gives you these instructions, but they're so confusing. You don't know how to proceed. You don't know how to move forward.